In a shocking move that could derail the entire race for artificial general intelligence, one of the founding fathers of modern AI is leaving Meta. We're talking about Yann LeCun, Meta's chief AI scientist, the man who pioneered the tech behind modern AI and built Meta's famous FAIR lab. He's not just moving to a rival, he's leaving to launch his own startup, creating a massive philosophical and strategic split right at the heart of Meta. Mark Zuckerberg has bet everything on achieving superintelligence. But with one of his most important minds heading for the door, is Zuckerberg's high-stakes dream about to turn into a nightmare? Let's break down this bombshell. The man leaving is Yann LeCun, a name that carries immense weight in the world of AI. He's a Turing Award laureate, often called one of the three Godfathers of AI alongside Geoffrey Hinton and Yoshua Bengio. His role at Meta wasn't just a title, it was foundational. He established and led the Fundamental AI Research Lab, or FAIR, a global powerhouse for open-source AI innovation. His rumored departure, set for November 2025, isn't just a loss of a senior executive. It's a deep cut, because his work focused on the very building blocks for the next level of machine intelligence. What makes this so dramatic is that LeCun has been a vocal critic of the current AI gold rush. He has publicly argued that today's generative AI, particularly large language models, are missing something crucial, a fundamental understanding of the physical world. He believes they can mimic human language, but they can't truly reason or plan in the way needed for real AI. So why is he leaving now? Sources close to the situation point to a major clash of ideas. There's a strategic and philosophical divide between LeCun and CEO Mark Zuckerberg, along with the new leadership of Meta's centralized superintelligence labs. Insiders suggest that LeCun became increasingly frustrated with a chaotic internal culture, new rules that restricted how FAIR researchers could publish their work, and a major strategic pivot. That pivot was away from fundamental, open-ended science and toward rapid product commercialization, with a laser focus on building bigger and better LLMs. And what's LeCun's next move? He's not retiring. His new startup is reportedly dedicated to developing world models. This is a completely different approach to AI, a science-driven paradigm that he believes is the only true path to creating genuine machine intelligence. He's not just disagreeing with Meta's strategy, he's building a direct alternative to it. This departure lands right in the middle of Meta's massive, high-stakes vision for AGI, which Zuckerberg has declared the company's #1 priority. Zuckerberg isn't shy about his goal. He has publicly committed to building superintelligence, which he defines as an AI that can match or even surpass human general intelligence. This isn't just talk, it's backed by an unprecedented amount of money and resources. Meta's spending on AI infrastructure alone is projected to blast past $100 billion in the next year. They're building gigantic data centers and hoarding massive clusters of GPS. The company's publicly stated strategy rests on three main pillars. First, the creation of the Meta Superintelligence Labs, or MSL, to bring all AI efforts under one roof with a single, unified goal. Second, an incredibly aggressive talent war, where they've been poaching top researchers from rivals with rumored 9-figure compensation packages. And third, continuing to release open-source models like Llama to build a broad ecosystem around their tech, although even this strategy is reportedly causing some internal friction. Meta is betting its entire future on winning the AI race. But with LeCun's exit, that bet is now facing a severe stress test. So what's the real impact of losing a figure like Yann LeCun? This is more than just an employee leaving. It's a direct hit to Meta's research momentum, its culture, and its strategic credibility. LeCun was an intellectual anchor. He was a primary magnet for attracting elite researchers, especially the kind of scientists who are interested in fundamental, long-term problems, not just building the next product feature. His departure creates a serious talent problem. Top researchers who value academic freedom and foundational inquiry might now look at Meta's AI division and see an unstable environment, driven more by internal chaos and commercial pressures than by pure science. This specifically damages the research side of Meta's strategy. Furthermore, LeCun's expertise in different AI architectures, like his world models, represented a potential plan B for Meta. If the current approach of scaling up large language models eventually hits a wall, which many experts believe is possible, LeCun was the guy who could lead the charge on what comes next. His exit means Meta has lost a key intellectual leader for exploring those alternatives. This effectively makes the company's new, focused strategy a much riskier, all-or-nothing bet on its current roadmap. This could seriously delay their timeline for AGI breakthroughs. Finding a replacement of LeCun's caliber will be incredibly difficult and time-consuming. As one industry expert put it, LeCun's move is a definitive signal that the philosophical split between pure foundational research and high-speed product execution at Meta has become irreconcilable. When a mind of that magnitude leaves, it doesn't just lower the team's IQ, it raises serious questions about the strategic direction for everyone else. This is all happening against the backdrop of a brutal, high-stakes brain drain across the entire tech industry. LeCun's departure highlights a critical weakness in Meta's ability to keep its top talent, compared to its competitors. While Meta has been wildly successful at recruiting researchers poaching dozens from Apple and OpenAI with eye-watering pay packages, its real challenge is retention. There are reports that some of these high-profile hires have only lasted a few months, citing intense pressure and a lack of clear direction. Right now, Meta's overall retention rate for top AI talent is reportedly lagging behind rivals like Google DeepMind and Anthropic. The fact that one of its most senior, respected, and foundational minds is not just leaving but launching a competing research startup focused on a completely different path to AGI is a much bigger threat than losing someone to a direct competitor. It sends a powerful message: for some of the world's best minds, intellectual freedom and a clear scientific mission are more valuable than even Meta's massive paychecks. This puts even more pressure on Zuckerberg to keep the rest of his elite AGI team focused, motivated, and intact. So, LeCun's impending exit raises some critical questions for Meta's AGI future. First, what does this do to internal morale? When the founder of FAIR walks out the door, what does that signal to the hundreds of other scientists who join Meta for its research-focused culture? Could this spark a larger exodus of talent, as people look for environments less driven by commercial deadlines? Second, what about strategic commitment? Will this force Meta to double down even harder on its new, focused AGI strategy, to prove that it's the right path? Or will it be a warning sign to investors that the internal divisions and execution risks are much higher than they previously thought? And third, there's the question of visionary leadership. Can the new Superintelligence labs maintain a credible, long-term vision for AGI without one of the field's most respected pioneers at the helm? The bottom line is this: Yann LeCun's departure transforms what could have been a simple leadership transition into a full-blown strategic crisis. It suggests that money alone cannot buy scientific alignment, and that Meta's journey towards superintelligence just became significantly longer, more uncertain, and philosophically divided. Now I want to hear from you. What's your take on Meta's massive AGI bet? Is Zuckerberg right to go all in on superintelligence, or do you think LeCun's world model approach is the real path forward? Let us know in the comments below. And answer this: can Meta win the AGI race without a figure like Yann LeCun? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest in tech news and in-depth analysis. We'll be tracking this story very closely.